A lot went down today at Big Bear AIPC, and from cuts to potential trades to signings. And we have questions as far as what's going to happen with this roster. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. What up? What's good? What's happening? It's your boy Big Herb here, and welcome to another episode of Off the Bench. We are on the road to 500 subs. Currently, we are at 211. So make sure before we start anything, hit that sub, hit that like, and leave your comments in the comment section because we got a lot to talk about today. So for starters, let's go ahead and say this. It is official. It is official. It is official. Scary Terry put pen to paper today. And oh my God, it feels so great to see that we got Scary Terry back. Our number one threat is back, other than JD5. But yes, his number one target is back, ladies and gentlemen. The big homie signed today a 3-year extension worth up to $96 million. And it starts next year on his year 31 age. When he officially turns 30 years old this year. So the contract does not start until next season. But it has been reported that by Ben Standig that the initial numbers from both sides played large roles in the protracted talks. Sources say Team Terry McLaurin opened up the terms with that would have made him the number 2 pass receiver behind Justin Jefferson with $35 million AAV as a second highest paid receiver in the league. But the Commanders also started theirs off with south of 25 mil. And it's good to finally see that they compromised and came to a decision. We don't have to worry about this shit no more. We are just only worried about football at this point. One thing I do want to address as far as everybody sitting there basically slandering both sides. Now, guys, this I want us to be known that let's start off by saying this. This is a cutthroat industry. People are not going to like what's going on as far as with the Hornets situation, being it that Terry is asking for his money. The team has a dollar amount for him. He's not going to like it. They're not going to like what he's asking for. It's business. If you looked at the movie New Jack City, it's the famous line: "It's never personal. It's just business. Never personal." They got a number that they got to get to. Terry wants to be paid a certain way. Hey, it is what it is. At the end of the day, we need to make sure they need to compromise. But they got it all to the same point. I will say this: for those of y'all who were sitting there saying who was Team Terry and was trashing AP, look here. We've asked for a competent GM for years. For years. We had fucking Dan Snyder in the top, just going ahead and just give Terry what he wants. No, we can't do that. We cannot do that as an organization. We have to stop. We have to think. We have to do things a certain way. That is how the business is taking place. We have to. Terry, who, yes, he had a great year. He had a career year. But also, let's not get this thing twisted. You are not Justin Jefferson, my guy. You are not. You are a very good receiver. So at some point, you got to go ahead and stand on business and ask for what you got, what you want. But also, they have to stand firm. So this is what happens. And like I've said in plenty other videos before, you have the situation going on with what's the name? Where AP, Adam Peters, is always making sure that his top priorities are signed right before the season starts. It's never a situation where you go ahead and just go ahead and sign him and it's in right before training camp starts. No, he's always made sure that the guys are signed right before because he is a stickler. He is not going to just go ahead and fold. He's going to make sure that you fight this one out. You have a situation with the whole entire. You look at when he was with San Fran. Bosa didn't get signed until September. Trent Williams didn't get signed until September. Last year, when he had Cosme got resigned, didn't get signed until September. Terry, this whole entire situation, 2 weeks before the season starts. Let's go to the comment section real quick. All talk all the time says, but they said he wasn't going to get that over 28 million. Some of our fans sick about the lock. Terry. He deserves it all. Hold on a second. As far as that's concerned, as far as people saying he doesn't deserve over 28, I'm going to say this. I originally shot for 30. I think as far as with a situation that you have yes, we understand that he's 30 years old. He's about to be 30 years old. And the people don't want to go ahead and pay him. AP and them don't want to be the first one to pay a 30-year-old over $30 million because Terry, yes, is officially the first 30-year-old receiver that's about to be 30 years old, and he's going to be making over $30 million a year. Yeah, we love AP and Terry as well. Yeah, I love him over here. I think Terry is officially he's with the career he already had before. He was already a Ring of Honor type guy. At this point, with him being consistently over 1,000 yards every single year, let's bump it up from just getting over 1,000 yards to potentially 12 to 13. Now, 12 to 1,300 yards. Now, do I think that he has potential to do that this year? I do think so. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of this. You have all these extra talented players around you now. You finally have a number two. You finally have people. A quarterback to go ahead and get you over the hump. You finally have all this stuff to get done. And I'm looking forward to this season because he has actually been great his whole entire time with crappy quarterback play. It's guys, I can't tell you how much this means to the organization by getting him signed. We needed him. He is the last piece that we need to potentially get to a Super Bowl this year. Love the Commanders or hate them. This is the one piece that we needed. We needed an actual piece to get over the hump where we might need some extra pieces later on down the line, but right this second, you need it. And as far as the contract talks is concerned, yeah, Terry's in business, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go ahead and start off with this astronomical number because the number that you want is supposed to be right here. And the same thing goes with the Commanders. They're going to have their own price. I'm not moving but past this number. And apparently they got to a situation where you had both of them just finding out, hey, we're getting closer. And even as far as this is concerned, I want to say this. So anybody that's out there doing reports on this, I will say this, and it's not a slight against any other people that's out there that's reporters or anything like that. If you're not an everydayer that's there every single day, I'm not gonna just believe every single thing that comes out if you're a national media pundit because you're not here every day. You just feel like you got the scoop. I know my people, yeah, and that's great. But at the same time, we have to look at it from this standpoint. The people who's there every day don't even know any of the situation because Adam Peters does not talk to anybody. He makes sure that he's just quiet when it comes down to handling business. We didn't even know about the fact that we could get Debo. We didn't know about anything about Tunzel. We didn't know anything about Lattimore last year. All this stuff is held inside the house. We don't talk. Real G's moving silence like lasagna. Wayne said that, yeah, and it's right. All talk all the time says Terry was one of 6 All-Pros last year. He's that guy. He is that guy, and I'm so glad that he got his money. And man, I'm thoroughly glad that this whole entire thing is over, and we don't have to worry about anything else as far as that's football, as far as football related wise, we could just move the fuck on and just get to the next thing. And with moving on to the next thing, let's talk about the fact that earlier today, Noah Igbenogany was in trade rumors. Now, let me just go ahead and address this, because first things first, we got to go ahead and give the credit to Diana Rizzini, who came out with the tweet. Says the Commanders have been gauging multiple team interest in cornerback Noah Igbenogany. Sources says, Igbenogany, a Dolphins 2020 first round draft pick, provided secondary depth for teams looking to add to their cornerback rooms. I will go ahead and say this because we're going to get into that later on down the line, that Noah Igbenogany made the team today. So I think you have a situation where we have increased depth on this team, and I'm glad that we was able to go ahead and re-sign him. I'm not re-sign him, that have him make the team, and we don't have to worry about that now, unless somebody is giving you an offer you can't receive. I mean, an offer you you can't deny. Like what's the terms that? From the good what's his name, Godfather. Make me an offer that I can't refuse. If you make me an offer I can't refuse, then hey, we can go. You can have him, but I need that. I need that extra depth with Noah Igbenogany. Also, just going to the comments real quick. All talk all the time. So who's killing the chat right now? We're gauging interest, but don't mean we will entertain the offers. We need that depth with Marshawn injury history, which is correct, because I was actually getting ready to tap in on that, and the fact that what's the name? The coaches love Noah. I agree. I think that with the whole entire situation with him being on this team, we need that depth. We need that extra depth on this team, because we have like All Talk said, that injury history with Lattimore is starting to get a little funny, and that's just the way of the roster. It happens to where like people get hurt. We need to have extra depth, because the one thing that we've learned throughout this whole entire process, going in to the what's the name of it, to the preseason, leaving the preseason, is that we don't have depth on this team, good depth on this team, and it showed at times. So I mean, and we're gonna get into that too and everything, but I didn't want to bring this up because there definitely was some fire to this. People was going out there talking about like, hey, Noah, people were trying to put out trade rumors for him. And as far as I'm concerned, as far as with this last part of Noah, I actually thought he performed very well throughout training camp this year. I've been up there earlier this year, the very first fan open training camp that happened this year. He was getting busy out there. He was almost about to light people up. They had to they died down practice a little bit as far as with the hits are concerned, but definitely he was roaming around there. And that's what you want as your, because I mean, let's keep it a buck. Last year, who do we have here? We had Forbes, we had St. Flag, we had Davis, and you see what's going on with the Chargers now. The Chargers are lighting up St. Juice right now, because they're like, damn, he's just a Mike Davis. And hey guys, we had Mike Davis last year. They're the same person. It definitely is like it's a problem out there with them. But yeah, before we move on, guys, we got 11 and that's watching right now. So thank you for tuning in. Be sure to smash that like, subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment section. And one thing I did want to comment on is the fact that Sam Cosmi remains on the PUP list. And I mean, there was legit talks as far as him saying that Coach Quinn was saying that he was actually going to be on, he could potentially be playing week 1. And with him being signed to the PUP list, if I'm not mistaken, he will be coming back by week 4 or 5. I believe that's the case. But the report was out that Washington Commanders announced today that they had made the following roster moves. Washington Commanders have placed the following player On reserve, physically unable to perform list, guard Sam Cosmi. Now, this, as far as this is concerned, I felt like this is the right move anyway. The guy literally tore his ACL in January. It takes at least about 10 weeks to, I'm sorry, not 10 weeks. If it was 10 weeks, that would have been wow. 10 months, 10 to 11 months sometime to get get back to that playing style to where he's over 300 pounds, just moving around, constantly crouching over, and a lot of weight on that knee. Yeah, it's real. And I mean, the fact that he was actually being able to, like, hey, there's actually a shot that he could play week 1. That was impressive. So, I mean, we got to give him credit to that, because I did not see that. I was like, well, he might not even come back until like midway through the season, possibly week 8 at the earliest. DQ squashed all that. He was like, nah, he could potentially be starting week 1. But with them putting him on the pup list, it's fine. I'm okay with it. I'm not tripping, because we definitely needed him on there to go ahead and get him on. But at the same time, he has to go ahead and make sure that I don't want him on there if he's at 90%, 98%. I need him at 100%. I would love to see him back on here, getting busy on the offensive line, because the one thing about this offensive line, I think it has potential to be a top 5 team offensive line, but I need to make sure that everybody's healthy on there before I make that assumption. But yes, it definitely is. Shout out to Cosmi. I mean, hopefully we can get him by week. He can come back by week 4. If I'm not mistaken, the rules as far as that concerned, he gets the opportunity to come back after week 4. I'm not sure if it's week 4 or week 5, but afterwards, after that, if he still is not available, he has 4 weeks to make sure that he can come back. And if he is not back within that 4-week span, then 3-week span, then he has to be placed on injured reserve the whole entire season. So hopefully we can get him back. Hopefully everything can work out, because we officially made the cuts today. And with that being said, let's get down to the nitty gritty with the final cuts to make it to the 53-man roster. The Washington Commanders have released the following players: running back Kazman Allen, linebacker Cam Arnold, defensive tackle Ricky Barber, wide receiver Ja'Cory Brooks, tight end Lawrence Cager, wide receiver River Craycraft, defensive tackle Carl Davis, defensive tackle Sheldon Day, center Michael Dieter, running back Demetric Felton, defensive end Cleveland Farrell, cornerback Antonio Hamilton Sr., quarterback Sam Hartman, tackle Bobby Hart, defensive end Andre Jones Jr., wide receiver Jacoby Jones, defensive end Jalen Holmes, defensive end TJ. I know I'm gonna butcher the hell out of this name. Magunira. I'm just gonna call him TJM. Wide receiver Tay Martin, safety Rob McDaniel, guard Timothy McKay, wide receiver Chris Moore, safety Ben Nickel, wide receiver KJ Osborne, cornerback Bobby Price, linebacker Duke Riley, tackle Foster Serrell, tight end Cole Turner, cornerback Carlin Vigors, and safety Daryl Worley. Now, they should be coming out within the next couple of days as far as with the signing players to the practice squad. They have to go through waivers. So when they go through waivers, then that's when they could go ahead and be picked up or dropped off. So yeah, we'll be getting more news as it goes along and see who made the final practice squad. But until then, let's get to this depth chart, ladies and gentlemen. So for starting off with the quarterbacks, we have, of course, JD5, Marcus Mariota, and Josh Johnson has officially made the team. Now, I want to go out there and say this as far as what we already know, JD5, he's a potential MVP candidate this year. With the whole entire situation with Mariota, yeah, we hope that he gets better and everything. He came back to practice and everything is looking like it's going to work out. So that's good news. With the Josh Johnson as your third quarterback, I'm going to say this: if we ever get back to Josh Johnson playing in on his team, and it's not like we clinched the season and we're just fighting for that, and we already clinched up the number one spot. And even then, I want Mariota to be in. If Mariota ain't in and JD5 ain't in, we're fucked. So before we come over there and say like, oh man, we need the fact that Johnson played like shit throughout this whole entire preseason. Yes, he did. He played like shit. But at the same time, we got to look at it like this. If we get to the third quarterback, our season's fucked. So I mean, I'm not even worried about that right now. So I mean, look, yeah, I was not pleased with any of his play this preseason, but it is what it is. Moving on to the running backs, we have Austin Eckler, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, Jeremy McNichols, and Chris Rodriguez. So with this whole entire thing is looking like Bill is going to get the start, but hey, here's the thing: C-Rod can be potentially starting. Also, we got Austin Eckler and Jeremy McNichols. Originally was McNichols. I wasn't sure if he was going to make the team or not. Not saying that it was like a situation as far as where he couldn't play. It was more so like, hey, are they trying to ship him out so they can get draft picks? I think he's a very good blocking running back. Eckler coming out the backfield is not only just a good runner, but also a good receiver as well. We still need to see what Bill does in the regular season, but apparently he was doing good enough to where B-Rob got shipped out. C-Rob is the running back, short yardage running back that I think that pretty much was doing the same thing that B-Rob was doing last year. The only difference was B-Rob was hurt. And look, I want B-Rob to flourish in this league. But at the same time, he kept getting hurt at times. He never got over 800 yards. And you're a great complimentary running back. And that's why I think he's better fit in San Fran. Going to the receivers. Let's go to the receivers at this point. Of course, Terry McLaurin signed today. So he is officially back on the squad and everything. With Noah Brown, Deebo Samuels, Luke McCaffrey, and Jalen Lane. Now, the whole entire situation going on with this is concerned because I know a lot of people was down on Luke as far as like, hey, I don't trust him. I don't think that he's that good and everything. He's a Nepo baby, this, that, and the third. There's been, if you looked at that game against the Bengals where he was playing, there was a lot of plays where he was wide open and the quarterback was not getting the ball to him. Now, there's also been times in practice where he has just not been it. He's dropping passes left and right, getting shut out by defensive backs. He just wasn't in it. But then he actually showed us a little something in the last preseason game, albeit it really was a shit show, 30-3. It's we're not even going to talk about that game, but we will go ahead and say this as far as when it comes to Luke McCaffrey, he did show some promise out there on the field. I want to see in the situations where it comes up to where like he got open a lot last season and JD barely got it to him. I think as JD5 gets older, as he gets more experience with this team, he's going to go ahead and know exactly what to go ahead and look on the field. And his processing is really what is really good. So I feel like everything's going to work out. Now, moving on, as far as Terry is concerned, we already know what Terry's capable of. So there's no need to expand on that. Noah Brown. Noah Brown. Just stay healthy, my man. He has not played the whole entire year. I don't think ever in his career, 17 games in his career. So it's always nice to see that we got guys coming out there getting ready to play. Deebo, we know what he's capable of. My thing is this: he's I hate to say it like this, but he's gonna have to be Robin with Terry as Batman. And I mean, and honestly, I feel like with the whole entire situation with his career, say what you want, argue with your mama on this one. I feel Deebo is always a great number 2 receiver. You look at him when he was over in San Fran. You had what's his name, my man, the tight end over there. His name is eluding my mind right now. But yeah, he was the number one receiver out there as a tight end. Kittle, George Kittle was the number one target out there. But Debo was actually really good. Debo was actually when he's on, he's on. Best run after catch receiver in the league, if you ask me. Now, people have come out there saying like his numbers been down over 2. Last time I checked last year, he was still the number one rack receiver last year. And then with the rookie Jalen Lane, I see a guy who actually can be a younger version of Debo. He can make those gadget plays like he did in Virginia Tech, and he was actually he was a very good receiver last year. The only issue was there was no quarterback that was good in Virginia Tech, and it is what it is. But yeah, moving on to the next one, we have the tight ends. With the tight ends, we have Zach Ertz, John Bates, Ben Sinnott, and Colson Yankoff makes the team. Now, here's the thing. As far as with Zach Ertz, we know what he brings to the table. He is a cheat code with Jaden Daniels. We've seen it last year. He just came fresh out of the pool. What's the name of it? Oh, he was playing like he was old. The old Zach Ertz, Fountain of Youth. He found it. I mean, because originally I was sitting there like, how the hell is this guy gonna play 17 games this year when he barely even played the last couple of years? And I have to say a credit to our training staff because they have been doing a damn good job when it comes down to it, because he never has to worry. He played 20 games last year. Let's keep it a buck. That is amazing for somebody who's about to be 35 or 36. Just playing that damn long. I mean, he's a Hall of Fame caliber tight end, so we got to give the man credit for even playing this long. But that also gets me thinking about Ben Sinnott. Ben Sinnott, you got to show me something, bro. I need to see you in by week 5 being in this offense moving, because I don't want to put all that pressure on Zach Ertz as far as when it comes to the tight end room. We all know what what's the name? What John Bates is. John Bates is, I'm not even going to say arguably, he's the best blocking tight end in the league. I feel that confidently. I will confidently stand on the table like Louis T did this this past weekend at the Commander Kings show and say in front of everybody, John Bates is the best blocking tight end in the league. But that's the thing that he's only good at. I don't think he's that great when it comes down to being a receiving tight end. But yeah, I mean, and the proof's in the pudding. If you've seen what happened against the Bengals the other day, he blocked out 2 guys on that Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt run. So I mean, yeah, I'm thoroughly. I like the fact that we got some depth in there. Now, Colson Yankoff actually showed some wiggle out there, getting open and making some catches as well. Now, do I think he's actually gonna make like some real moves in there? I don't think so. But I think that as far as like he's been pretty good on special teams as well, made some catches. I think everything's gonna work out for him. Going to the offensive line, the guys in the trenches, my big uglies. We have Laramie Tunsil, Brandon Coleman, Tyler Biadasz, Nick Allegretti, Andrew Wiley, Josh Connolly Jr., George Fant, Chris Paul, and Trent Scott. Now, I already know as far as the Hornside situation with Cosme, he is going to be coming back after I genuinely believe that from what the talks have been saying as far as when it comes to DQ saying that Cosme is coming back, I think everything's going to work out with him. But there's the thing. We have a starting, arguably one of the best left tackles in the game in Laramie Tunsil. We have our last year he was our starting left tackle with Brandon Coleman. He's going to be starting off the year at left guard. So I'm interested to see what he can do. I think his potential is really good, going to be great when it comes down to it. Center Tyler Biadasz. I think everything's he's already good. I think yes. On 1 second. Tyler Biadasz is is doing he's doing this thing. I think as long as he stays healthy, because I seen what happened last year with Michael Dieter, and I didn't like it. I was in New Orleans when that happened. I thoroughly was like, please get him out of here. So, what's his name? With Nick Allegretti playing in the depth part where Cosme is not going to be playing the first couple weeks. I think he's a substantial right guard as far as a backup. He was already he showed you what he did when he was with the Chiefs. He won a Super Bowl ring. If you do remember that whole entire year when during the playoffs, he had a broken finger. I think he had a broken hand at some point and was able to go ahead and finish off the whole entire Super Bowl run. So I trust Nick Allegretti in the short term. He's even shown times that in the long term, as far as him being a competent lineman. But at the same time, I think he's better off at depth. So having him as your backup right guard is going to be fine. Josh Connolly Jr., the rookie that we drafted in the first round, I think he showed a lot of promise. I like what he's shown in the run game, and then even in the passing game as well. He showed us very good movement out there. He's been killing it and everything out there. I genuinely like every single thing that's happened with him. As far as the backups is concerned, with you have George Fant. We just picked him up last week, and he's actually been productive from what we've been hearing. Chris Paul. If you looked at that game against the the Bengals this last week, I mean, my man came around the corner like he was part of the Russ Graham Hogs and Joe Jacoby, just clearing motherfuckers out. I liked every single thing that I saw in it, and I finally feel like he's probably gonna, when he gets in the game this year, he's gonna show us that he actually showed production. Because the last few years, he's been like on the bubble when it comes down to actually being able to play in this team. And last but not least, Trent Scott. We've seen what Trent Scott did last year when Sam Cosmi went down. He actually came in, was balling. I loved every single thing that he was doing as far as when it came down to playing. I was scared shitless when he came over there and played against the Eagles. Turned out he actually had a pretty decent game. Now, albeit you went up against a top defensive tackle in Jalen Carter. I say what you want about how I feel about the Eagles. Jalen Carter's that dude. He is official. I like every single thing that when it comes to him, and Trent Scott did a damn good job trying to contain him. I didn't say he shut him out. I said trying to contain him. But yeah. And then let's get to the defensive line. Before we get into the defensive line, guys, it's okay to sit here and listen to me, but you could also sit there and tell me what your thoughts are on this whole entire thing as well. So be sure to hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and go ahead and tell me what you think in the comment section. And if you have time to, go ahead and share this joint to everybody that you're saying this is a community that we need to be talking about. Spread the word. I'm entertaining at some points. I feel like I know some things about this team. I feel like I know things about football. So go ahead and make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. Now, getting to the defensive end, the defensive line is concerned. We have Daron Payne, Javon Kinlaw, Dietrich Wise, Dorrance Armstrong, Jacob Martin, Jazon Newton, Javonte Jean-Baptiste, and Eddie Goldman. Let me start off by saying this. I need to see my man Daron Payne show out, because I feel like there's been times where he has actually just been behind Jonathan Allen's shadow from that Bama wall that's been going on. I need to see him coming over there and show us what exactly can he do at this point. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's in a contract year this year. So I want to see him produce. Are we going to get that 10-sack Daron Payne like we did the last time he was in his contract year? What's going to happen with that? I'm looking forward to it. I think that he's going to be very productive this year. Dietrich Wise, I seen what he did against the Bengals. Now, albeit that line is just a little shaky, but at the same time, he was getting pressure. He was applying pressure. He's got a championship pedigree, being with the Patriots when Tom Brady was out there winning them championships in Foxborough. You also have what's his name? You have Dorrance Armstrong, who I feel honestly has the potential to be a double-digit sack machine this year. Do I think as far as it's going to be like 30? I'm sorry, not 30. Like 15 or 12 to 15 sacks. No, I don't think it's going to be that. I think he's going to be very productive this year. I think as far as the Hornside situation with having these extra pass rushers in there and doing what they do, I think that he could go ahead and eat this year. Looking at as far as Jacob Martin, if you've seen with him and Jazon Newton out there against the Patriots, he actually was very productive getting to the quarterback, making sure that he picked up the football on a fumble when Jazon Newton came out there and was getting that sack fumble. He's been very productive. I think he could be that one guy that could surprise people this year. Also, Javonte Johnny Newton. I need to see him make that next step. We picked him up in the second round. He was looked at as a top tier draft prospect. I need to see what he does, because at this point, dude, you need to go ahead and go out there and show me something. I did feel like he did show a little bit of something in the preseason, but I need you to make that next step. You should be starting. Javon Kinlaw. Y'all already know how I feel. That's deep. That's the real life Debo. We're not talking about Tyshawn Samuels. We're talking about real Debo. That's Debo. Tuck your chain, because he coming through here. Southeast Debo. Yeah, he is. I thoroughly think that he is a mountain of a man, and I think that he's going to be moving a lot of people. He's going to be. Ryan Kerrigan came out there and said that he can potentially be, if he works on his technique, he could be a Pro Bowler. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do this year. He was actually very productive in that last game that he played against the Bengals in the preseason. I like what I saw out there in practices when he was moving people out there. I want to see what it's gonna look like. Moving on to the next person on this list, Javonte Jean-Baptiste. Dude, you got to stay healthy. Simple and plain. There ain't nothing else to talk about. I need to see what you looking like, because I always say, and like the words, the phrase is, your best ability is availability. And we don't know shit if you don't show up. So my thing is this: you need to get out there and make sure that you can show me something. And last but not least, on the defensive line, Eddie Goldman. I don't really know much about Eddie Goldman. The only thing I know right this second is his Madden score is 79. But I mean, I just think there's so much talent on this defensive line that they flourished more than Goldman did. And that's just my opinion. I may be wrong, but that's my thoughts. And that's why y'all here listening to me talking about my thoughts right now. And I appreciate y'all. So please make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit the comment section. Let's go on to the next one with these linebackers. And here's what this one had a surprise with me on this one, because the Hornside linebacker situation, we had Bobby Wagner, All-Pro Bobby Wagner, All-Pro Frankie Louvu, future Hall of Famer Von Miller, Jordan McGee, Nick Bellore, Kane Madrano, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, bro, Ali Cajo. He was picked up, actually, he was an undrafted free agent from UCLA, very athletic. He can go out there and move around really well. He actually performed really well in that last game with him moving around like that. Actually, the last two games, he showed some promise. He showed that he has cover skills. I like the kid right now. So, I mean, and when he gets on the field, we'll see what he can do. Jordan McGee. Yeah, you had a decent game against the Ravens. Dude, I need to see. It's time, like I said with Jean-Baptiste. I need you to get on the field. I need you to get on the field, show me something, because what you've been doing over the last couple of weeks, dude, you constantly getting hurt. Best ability is availability, and I will keep yelling that to I can't breathe no more. I need to see you on there, because every single time we had Coach Witt out there, he was saying that we had packages last year where he could go ahead and show off, and everybody is gonna eat. If he actually played last year in a lot of packages and actually turned out to be good, who knows? Frankie Louvu could have been even better. Louvu could have been way better if Jordan McGee was out there. And apparently he's doing great when it comes to pass. Coverage as the linebacker position. I want to see it. We got what's his name, Bobby Wagner out there, the captain, and he's legit. Even at last year, playing at getting ready to turn 36, he was an All Pro. I want to see what it's looking like with him. Like, dude, at some point, he's going to be leaving. I need you to step up and show me something. Luvu, I don't even put that motherfucker on the field. He's just gonna go ahead and just do his thing. Now, I do need him to be disciplined because we seen what he did in the NFC Championship jumping over. I need you to just be disciplined. I seen what you did against the Bengals, jumping off sides on 4th down. I need you to be disciplined. Yeah, he you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of that dude from the Replacements, the cop dude. He was like, when he put that red on, I felt like a bull, like I need to hit somebody. That is Frankie Louvu. He has a few screw looses. Von Miller. I mean, dude, he's the active sack leader right now of all time, active wise. We know what Von Miller is. Von Miller is a future gold jacket where he's already defensive. He was not defensive. He's won the Super Bowl MVP. We know what he's capable of. At this point in his career, he's 36. Yeah, he's getting older. But here's the thing. It's not like we're going to have him now for every single down pass rushing. He is only in there for like maybe 15 to 17 snaps a game, making that horn-tide pass rush. We need him to just rush the passer. That's it. And I mean, and he's going ring chasing. When was the last time that you actually saw a Commanders team that was good enough to where people were coming to us because we won ring chase? So shout out to Von Miller. Also, K. Madrano. I'm interested to see what he's going to do this year. The kid has speed, but at the same time, I think he needs to just be a little bit more disciplined with with how he plays. Nick Bellore, we already know he's there for special teams because he is a demon when he gets on them kickoff coverages. So we need him for special teams. So, and we're gonna get into special teams later on. You have Jordan McGee. We already talked about Nick K. Madrano. We talked about and Kahu. Let's see what happens with that. Now, in all honesty, I think this is the best position room in the whole entire team. We have at cornerbacks, Marshawn Lattimore, Southeast Sean to be exact, Trey Amos, Chill, Frozone, Mikey Sanderstill, Jonathan Jones, and Noah Igbenogany, like we talked about earlier with Noah he was in trade talks, but apparently they was just like they turned it all down because he's going to be on the team. I actually like the fact that he's going to be on the team because that shows me that everything that he's showing us. He was a starter last year, and for him to come in here and actually just be a depth piece and show us what he was playing, how he was going to look in preseason this year and in practice, he looked very good. And the fact that we can have Mikey go back to his original position at slot corner, he is going to be a demon this year. Be on the lookout for a Pro Bowl nod this year for Mikey Sanderstill, because he's going to be the top defensive slot corner in the league. I'm putting that on wax. I think he's going to be the best slot corner this year, and that's not even a biased opinion. The boy is just that nice. We have Mikey, Southeast Sean, coming back healthy and looking like a demon when he is healthy. So I'm liking the whole entire situation with that. I mean, we know what he's capable of when he's healthy. So I mean, he shut it down in NOLA when he was actually he was considered one of the best corners in the league. In my opinion, and this is just it, I think we have a defensive player, a rookie defensive player of the year, defensive rookie of the year candidate, and Trey Amos, famous Amos. He showed us a lot of times where he was basically shutting everybody down. I would have liked to seen him going up against the Bengals, going up against T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, but unfortunately he had like a little pull with his hammy. So no, you need to make sure that he stays healthy. I need him to stay healthy. I need Southeast Sean to stay healthy. I need these guys to be on their best as far as available, because I like the situation that we have with this whole entire cornerback room. And here's the thing: one person who we didn't even talk about, and that we're about to talk about right now, excuse me, Jonathan Jones. He has had a play, what's the name, a Super Bowl pedigree with New England. So I mean, he has that Super Bowl experience. He's won himself a ring. And I mean, and if you want to be technical about it, him and Dietrich Wise was part of that team who got the what's the name, Brady's last Super Bowl ring in Foxborough. And if y'all remember that game, they shut the shit out of the Rams that year. What was it? 13-3 was the final score. Like, I mean, they actually went out there and shut shit down on a premier defense. I mean, with the premier offense, and shut the hell out of them. So I like to see what they're capable of this year at cornerback position. I like that. And in all honesty, that's my favorite position group right now. And going on to the last one of the position, guys, we're going into the safety room. Now the safeties, front runner to be a playoff, not a playoff, a Pro Bowler this year. Quan Martin, Will Harris, All-Pro Revo, Jeremy Reeves, Percy Butler, and Tyler Owens. Now, looking at from the bottom, Tyler Owens, I still think that he has all the potential in the world. He's very athletic, but at the one thing he is a demon on special teams, and that's what I think that we're going to be using them the most for. Same thing goes with Percy Butler. I think he's been very productive as a special teams gunner and a special teams coverage guy. I like the situation that we have with him. I think everything's going to be turning out very well when it comes down to it. At the end of the day, when it comes down to those two guys on special teams, All-Pro Revo, we already know what he is on special teams. He got his name because of special teams. Now, the one thing that I will say, as far as with him is concerned, he has shown so much promise actually getting onto the goddamn field. He is showing his ass as getting in there playing defense, and I thoroughly like it. Now, do I think that he's going to be making a super mark as far as staying on defensive on defense? Nah, because I mean he's got about like 6-7 years in the league right now. So unless you show me something otherwise to go ahead and potentially be somebody to where he can actually get a lot of burn. I like the situation that is with Revo. I think that he's going to be just fine, and actually he's picking up on the defense. And the one thing about our defensive coaching staff, they find a way to go ahead and make the best out of their safeties in their corners. Quan Martin, I think that he has potential to be a Pro Bowl caliber player. We've seen how productive he was with two separated shoulders. Count them, two separated shoulders. And he was productive last year. You've seen what he did in the playoffs. Pick 6. He was hitting people out there. He was very productive. He did a damn good job last year. Will Harris, who's coming in from what's the name, New Orleans, he's very productive. I think that he's better better in coverage. I like to see what he's capable as far as what that is concerned. I like every single thing that's coming down to it when it's all said and done. I like the situation that we have with the safeties. Like I said, we already talked about All-Pro Revo, Percy Butler, and Tyler Owens. Those three are the special team aces when it comes down to it. And since we're talking about special teams, let's get straight to it. Matt Gay, you are the highest paid kicker in a 1-year deal ever. You need to act like it. I don't need you going 50% on kicks. My man, we got now the one thing that's going to probably save his ass this year. You have a very good, efficient, and a great offense. So a lot of the times when you're going to be kicking, it's probably going to be within the 30 to 40 yard range. You should be knocking down every single one of them. Now, unless we're trying to just get get a quick kick in right before a half or right before the end of the game, and even still, I think that we have a damn good quarterback to where we can go ahead and get the in the kicking. If we get in the kicking range, you should be hitting it from like 30. And you should be in. And if you're not knocking it down from 30, why the hell are you even here? I'm just gonna keep it a buck. That's how I feel about him. I'm not one. I'm shout out to the homie Rio Robinson. I'm not one of those guys that says like kickers are not people. I believe in special teams altogether. I love special teams. But yeah, dude, you got one job. I'm sorry, one job. Make your kicks. And here's the thing. A lot of the times you're going to be playing this year. When you're making your kicks, you should be making them because we're probably going to be within 40 yards of the kick, and I believe that you should be making them. That's just what it is. What it is. What's his name? Our punter. Come on, Treyway, Trustway. Man, look here. We ain't. Come on, Trustway. We good. We're good. And last but not least, when it comes down to long snapper, we have Tyler Ott. Tyler Ott was a Pro Bowl snapper. So I think we're going to be fine with just special teams. The only person that we have to worry about is Matt Gay. Make your kicks, bro. That's it. You only got one job. One job. So you should be making your kicks. I don't want to see no 50, like a half going 50% from your kicks when all of them are going to be made like within 40 yards. They say as far as the last few years, when it's 50 yards or more, you're inconsistent. But when it's 50 yards or less, you make them. When it's 49 yards or less, you make every single one of them. God damn it, that's what I need you to do, because this offense is going to be potent enough for you to just go ahead and do what you got to do. So I need you to go ahead and just and knock down your kicks. That's all I need you to do. Now, I don't know the whole situation with the coverage, because I will say this, as far as when it comes down to coverage on special teams, on kickoffs, it was a little shaky. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I want to see more. I want to see them go ahead and do better, because the opening kickoff of the preseason going 100 yards untouched, that's a problem. Being able to see them just gash us for 50 yards on the return, that's a problem. Seeing it the following week against the Bengals, and they were able to, and I don't know what the situation was, but it looked like they were trying to get it within their zone area to go ahead and the return area, and making sure that your coverage team gets down there. I don't know what it is. Izzo, Coach Izzo, we need you to go ahead and figure that out. These guys need to go ahead and make these plays like they were doing last year. Arguably the best coverage team. I don't even think it was. I think statistically we were, if not the best, we were the top 5 when it came to coverage on special teams last year. We need to keep that same energy on that one. But yeah, guys, I mean. That is the most of what I got to say as far as with this whole entire situation with this team. With the roster cuts, with the whole entire Terry signing his contract today, and potentially Noah I getting traded, but he didn't because he made the team. So we got also last thing as far as I already talked about Sam Cosmi being on the PUP list. So, guys, tell me what you think in the comment section down here. Tell me what you thought about these picks. Were they somebody who you feel like they should have had a better chance to make the team? Did you feel like who you think is going to make the practice squad? Because the practice squad still hasn't been named yet. It's going to be named within the next, I think it has to go through 24 hours. And some people can be picked up. One person, in fact, who I want to put this out there because Jacoby Myers from the what's the name of it? The Raiders asked for a trade today. It was reports that he wanted to go out and be traded today. Get him. So another target for JD5. Yeah, I'm all for it. How much they want? Because Jacoby Myers is actually is nice. I like that's one person that I look here. If Noah got to go, if McCaffrey got to go, for Jacoby Myers, yeah, pick him up. I'll go with that one. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section. Would you let one of the guys go that we have on the team for Jakobi Meyer? Tell me what you think. What was the name? I just honestly think that we got potential to be something great this year. And just to let you know, Friday, I'm bringing the homie Rick on, and I'm bringing Pops on so we could do predictions, talking about the predictions this year. What this team is capable of. There's a lot of promise on this team. In the first year that Adam Peters has came in here, he's brought this team to a respectable team once again. You can hate on us, Eagles fans, Giants fans, Cowboy fans, but one thing that you definitely gonna have to do, you gotta respect this gangster over here. We are not pushovers no more. You can't look at us on the calendar and say like, oh, that's a win. Oh, we got Washington. Oh, that's a win. Nah, you can't do that this year because we coming all in and whooping ass. We are showing up, taking names, and kicking ass this year. We have a potential MVP. In all honesty, I think it should have been the coach of the year last year with Coach DQ, and who should have been what's the name GM of the year last year with AP. We have structure here. We have promise. We have a standard. When was the last time that you actually heard that this team has a standard? I love this shit. Oh my God, I love the fact that we have a standard. We are respectable once again. Having DQ and AP, I love the fact that we can do that. I love it. I love everything about it. We have a potential MVP. We have we have respectability in this with this team, and I'm all here for it. I'm claiming we making a Super Bowl run. I feel like we are. I love the team. This team that's been put together. I think what's the name? I think the world of AP. We have competence in this fucking building. We are respectable. We have a DQ who is preaching the brotherhood, and every single one of these players buying in. So, guys, as I finish this show, because I have to get ready for work soon, be sure to smash that like, share, and subscribe. And be sure to leave, for those of you who are not here on the live and looking at hit this show again from the playback, leave your comments in. I want to hear what you guys got to say. I ain't just saying this just so I can get the algorithm going. I actually want to respond to some of you guys. I want you guys to come over there and tell me exactly what you think. If you say Herb, I think you got points. If you say Herb, I think you bullshitting. You don't know shit. Tell me in the goddamn comment section. I'm here for it. I'll sit there and tell you my thoughts on it. I think you're wrong or whatever. But hey, I want that engagement with you guys. So please, in the comment section, tell me what you think. Whether you're live or you're watching playback, tell me what you think. If you out here, if you share this to other commander people, share this to what's the name? Be sure to like. So help. I say this every single time we go off the air. Help me grow so I could do more. The more you help, the better this onside show can be. We are on the road. Not the rub. Where the fuck did that come? We're on the road to 500 subscribers currently. Last time as I checked, we are at 211. So we're almost there to our goal, almost halfway there. So please help me grow so we can do more. Also, guys, for donations, if you can, I'm putting right here, as you can see through the ticker right here. I have a Cash App account now. So if you can help us by doing any donations, I don't give a damn if it's $1, $2, $20. I don't care. The more you help, it's dollar sign off the bench, HTTC. So help me grow so we can do more, man. As we do every single time. Left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Peace.